We think this is really just not news. And let me explain. Toyota has 67 factories across the world, 14 in the US. They delivered 10.5 million cars last year. Tesla has 2 factories. This is their 3rd factory. They delivered 937,000 cars last year. So we think this is really just a pump story, like many of their events. And we think that when you consider that, you take a step back, you look at their market share still collapsing in Europe. We actually think their deliveries could be flat to down in the March quarter. So we think Tesla has big problems. So we think that we're on the verge of, being proven right.
In this video, the class clown, Mr. Humiliation Fetish himself, the laughing stock of Wall Street, and that's really saying something, the intellectual punching bag, Gordon the Class Clown Johnson explains why Tesla's Giga Berlin wasn't built to pump out cars, but instead to pump up the Tesla stock price, and he has plenty of other gems as well. Plus, Tesla stock continues its run higher, and Hertz adds Tesla's Model Y to their growing fleet. So, let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment theme merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. First up, Tesla stock continuing its run higher, today up over 0.5%, closing just under $1,000 per share. However, Tesla stock did exceed $1,040 during intraday trading, and as I've said a trillion times, I still think we have a long way to go. In contrast, Amazon stock down almost 1% today, Alphabet stock down over 1% today, Rivian stock down over 2% today, Lucid stock down almost 3% today. In other words, Tesla seemingly bucking the trend, something I think over the long term will continue. More very exciting news, at least for Tesla stock investors and maybe Hertz investors too, and definitely Hertz customers. Hertz now officially adding Tesla's Model Y to their range of electric vehicles. We're over here on the Hertz website at their electric vehicles page. As we scroll through this page, we might notice a few things. As part of our dedication to personalized service and seamless travel, we now offer the largest electric vehicle rental fleet in North America. Our huge selection of quality electric hang on a minute, there aren't really that many quality electric cars, so let's read on. Our huge selection of quality electric rental cars, the vehicles of tomorrow, lets you choose a greener way to travel with models from Tesla, Ford, no link, and more available. This in and of itself is quite telling. Tesla is the only company that makes a half-decent EV in the United States. Yep, sure, the Ford Mustang Mach-E isn't a steaming pile of excrement, but it can't compete with the Tesla Model 3 or Y. So let's continue to scroll down. Here we have the feature on Tesla's Model 3, the first vehicle featured on the Hertz EV page. For those who don't know, Hertz put in an order for literally 100,000 Tesla Model 3s, broke the internet, sent the stock to the moon, and by the way, no bulk pricing, no fleet discount. Tesla said, yep, fine, just order them on the website, motherfuckers. By the way, they actually really did this. Hertz literally had to place through the orders on Tesla's website, one by one. Tesla has insane demand. They don't need to broker deals for large volumes of vehicle sales because they don't need the sales. The vehicles will be sold anyway. And yes, if you happen to be in the United States ordering a Tesla vehicle today, you could probably thank Hertz for your massive wait time. But today, now Hertz has also added the Tesla Model Y. Hertz even has a new dedicated Tesla Model Y page on the Hertz website. Discover the latest addition to Hertz's growing electric vehicle fleet, the Tesla Model Y. On and on and on. More detail, more info, hyping up the Tesla Model Y. Hertz really aren't messing around, trying to show off all the features that might be interesting to customers. More questions like what's it like to drive a Model Y, the extras, even some Tesla FAQs. Again, if you want to pause to really take this in, feel free, but I just want to skip through ahead. Hertz really doing their best to give customers considering renting a Tesla vehicle all the information they'll want to know. Literally everything you can possibly imagine. Super exciting news for Tesla, Tesla stock investors, and definitely Hertz customers. And once again, I want to emphasize, Hertz's entire electric vehicle rental fleet basically consists of 100,000 Tesla Model 3s and now a shitload of Tesla Model Ys, and yet maybe if you're lucky, you might be able to rent one of our 12 Ford Mustang Mach-E electric vehicles. Just kidding, we only have 7. The big question I have is just how many Tesla Model Ys will Hertz ultimately buy? And now grab some popcorn, kick your feet back, relax, and enjoy the show as Gordon the Class Clown Johnson explains with extremely intellectually rigorous arguments explaining exactly why Tesla's new enormous Gigafactory in Berlin doesn't matter, it's a non-event, it's just there to pump up the stock price. Oh, and Tesla's demand continues to collapse.
Tesla is unveiling its latest Model Ys today at an event at the brand new Giga factory in Germany, opening the auto manufacturer's opportunity to expand throughout Europe. Joining us now is Gene Munster, Loop founder and managing partner, and Gordon Johnson, GLJ Research CEO and founder. Gordon, just bear with me for a second. We'll let Gene set this up, talk about how awesome things are, and then you take notes and you decide what part of what Gene is saying is somewhat true, not true at all, or maybe open a discussion. Does that sound good, Gene?
I like it, Joe. So, for starters today, obviously Giga Berlin, this has been delayed. It's 2 years in production. Typically it takes a year and a half. Still incredible pace to build these, but it's important for 3 reasons. First, it increases their overall production by 25%. Second is manufacturing in Europe does allow an advantage in terms of gaining market share. There's some cost advantage. And even though they can deliver ultimately lower prices, they can increase profitability. So it's production, market share, and profitability.
Nail on the head. Gene Munster, as usual, making a hell of a lot of sense when it comes to Tesla. Just on the market share point, I suspect most people watching this video won't actually know what is the size of the German automotive market. And to be clear, Gigafactory Berlin will actually be producing vehicles that are sold in other parts of Europe as well. But just to give some context for how much of an opportunity just the German automotive market is, let's have a look. According to the interwebs, the number of passenger vehicles sold in Germany in 2019, the most recent available data, 3,607,258. Imagine a crazy scenario in which Tesla captures 25% of the German passenger vehicle market. That would be close to 1 million vehicles sold per year just in Germany. And remember, this is just the German automotive market. Giga Berlin will be producing Model Ys that will be sold in many countries within Europe, not just Germany. In other words, the opportunity here is enormous.
It's production, market share, and profitability. And so when I would put this all together, I would just kind of go back and think that this is one piece of the puzzle that will keep the momentum going. And I suspect that the bogey for the March quarter for deliveries is 312,000. I suspect that it will be above that, and this will continue again. The piece here, what's significant today is, doesn't seem like it's really big news, but it really is important because this is how Tesla's story just keeps turning higher.
Once again, Munster is spot on. Giga Berlin will certainly allow Tesla stock to churn higher. And then in a few days' time, guess what else is happening? That's right, first deliveries from Gigafactory in Austin. Another massive catalyst for Tesla stock to continue higher.
Gordon, if you came on in October of last year and said, man, I've loved Tesla for 5 years and I've ridden it all the way up. Now I think I might lighten up or get bearish on it. I'd say, wow, you're the best ever. But I'm not going to say that.
Is it just me? Ever since Joe came out of the closet and admitted he's in love with Elon Musk, he's a total Elon fanboy.
I think I have. I haven't prevented it to go full fanboy. I'm sorry. I can't. He's 50 years old. He sold his first video game that he designed writing code when he was 12 years old, 50 now, and just so fearless and so unwoke. And I don't know. I'm a fanboy. I'm sorry. I am. I admit it. Is that wrong? If loving him is wrong, I don't want to be right.
You don't want to be right?
No, I can't. I've tried not to, and I've just given myself to it now. Unbelievable.
Every time Gordon the Class Clown appears on CNBS, Joe continues to rib and roast him in a semi-low-key manner. Joe here taking an indirect path, pointing out Gordon has made literally zero money in Tesla stock. He's been completely wrong the entire time, and Joe knows full well Gordon has been talking about this stock for a solid decade.
Lighten up or get bearish on it, I'd say, wow, you're the best ever. But I'm not going to say that, although you've been right since October of 21, anyway, when it got up to, I don't know, well above $1,000, well above $1,000.
Joe is absolutely roasting Gordon here, pointing out over and over and over, you've been covering the stock for a long time, you've been completely wrong, except after it went over $1,000, well over $1,000, and for the record, split adjusted, the first price target Gordon had that I'm aware of, $50 per share for Tesla back in 2013, split adjusted, $10 per share, $1,000, literally a 100x. Of course, in fairness, this was a price target back in 2013. A lot's changed since 2013, except of course Gordon's bearishness on Tesla. Curious.
But you've been bearish for much longer. You think this is the beginning of you being vindicated and correct about a lot of your negative forecasts on Tesla?
Hey, thanks for having me. We do. And, I just want to put this in perspective. We think this is really just not news. And let me explain.
So apparently Giga Berlin is not news, and Gordon is about to explain to us why that's the case. Please, over to you, Gordon.
Toyota has 67 factories across the world, 14 in the U.S. They delivered 10.5 million cars last year. Tesla has 2 factories. This is their 3rd factory. They delivered 937,000 cars last year. So when you consider that, you also consider that...
Is it just me, or did Gordon forget to actually make his point? What the f*** was he talking about? What was the point? Toyota, 67 factories, 10.5 million vehicles delivered. Tesla, 2 factories, almost 1 million vehicles delivered. What was the point that he was meant to be making there? Tesla's more efficient. They make way more vehicles per factory. But there's a huge amount of growth opportunity for Tesla to not only catch up to Toyota, but then to exceed them. What was the point?
Tesla is trading at a valuation 4 times Toyota's. And also keep in mind, at this factory, the Berlin factory, the paint shop is currently being run on generators. It's not complete. The drivetrain unit is not open, and their battery factory is roughly a year from being complete. The roughly 1,000 cars they made in Berlin don't have permits, so we don't know why people are saying they're going to deliver cars to people. We don't think they are.
This guy has lost his fucking mind and gone completely off the deep end, according to Gordon the Class Clown Johnson. The Giga Berlin first customer handover event, first deliveries, the entire spectacle was actually a fraud, a scam. Fake, doesn't exist. No customers were actually given vehicles. Nobody drove home a Tesla Model Y produced in Berlin. The whole thing was fake. It was a sham. And therefore, you should obviously short Tesla stock.
This isn't even a complete facility. So we think this is really just a pump story, like many of their events.
He's lost it. He's seriously lost it. Gordon Johnson just suggested that Gigafactory Berlin exists solely to pump up the price of Tesla stock. They built a fucking factory, one of the world's largest buildings, in record time for Germany, just to pump up the stock, not to actually produce and deliver vehicles to customers. There was a time when some of Gordon's arguments, at first glance on the surface, sort of seemed to make some sense until you actually looked into them and thought about it a little bit more. The guy's run out of tricks. He's seriously at the point where he's saying, yep, they build one of the world's biggest factories. They spend a couple of $1 billion just to pump up the stock price. They're not actually going to produce vehicles there. Therefore, Tesla stock is a zero. I don't think even the mentally ill, self-hating, basement-dwelling adult virgins who make up Tesla Q would believe this garbage. And that's saying something.
And we think that when you consider that, you take a step back, you look at their market share still collapsing in Europe, we actually think their deliveries could be flat to down in the March quarter.
Guys, girls, seriously, I think we may be seeing the last breaths of Gordon the Class Clown Johnson. He's just given the f*** up. He's making shit up now. Demand is collapsing in Europe. The Gigafactory is just to pump the stock. He's not even trying anymore. This is bizarre. Maybe Gordon's thinking of finally retiring.
So we think Gene may be disappointed. You consider that it looks like their deliveries in Europe peaked in Q4 of last year. We think Q1 is going to be down versus Q4 and Q3. We think Tesla has big problems. So we think that we're on the verge of, being proven right. We want to talk about the competition, but we think this facility is just another pump story.
Unbelievable. Doubling down on the Giga Berlin equals stock pump story. I mean, he's lost it. It's officially over. Gordon Johnson has literally given up. He's not even trying anymore.
Keep in mind, one last thing. The SEC's response to Elon Musk trying to get out of that funding secured fraud lawsuit is due today. So this may just be a distraction tactic.
Another absolute doozy to finish up here. Apparently, Gigafactory Berlin first customer deliveries, which happened as soon as they had the final permits and were actually legally able to do so, it's been held up for months, may actually have been scheduled specifically on this day just to distract from a lawsuit. Okay, Gordon. I don't know what else to say. Gordon doesn't believe what he's saying. Some of the idiots in Tesla Q still do, but I think this might even be stretching the limits of their willingness to believe things that are completely absurd. So, hope you guys and girls have enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below. Has Gordon given up? I mean, usually he at least tries to construct an almost reasonable argument by cherry-picking data. At this point in time, he's just like, yeah, f*** it, they just built a whole factory just to pump the stock. Make no mistake, this is an incredibly bullish time for Tesla stock investors. Giga Berlin will be a hugely positive catalyst for Tesla stock over the coming years. So too, the Austin Gigafactory, which is also about to commence first customer deliveries. Or, as Gordon will theorize, just to pump up the stock price, right? And more bullish news with Hertz adding Tesla's Model Y to their fleet of electric rental vehicles. In short, it seems lately all Tesla is doing is winning, 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 and totally dominating. gotcha. And don't forget to join Patreon with the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment and gain instant access to my Tesla price targets out over the next decade, bear case, base case, bull case, and hyper bull case, plus exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos on just about every topic you can imagine. So I'll see you over there. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.